Welcome to our Death Valley adventure. We're going to spend the next week or so exploring cool sites in Death Valley, and we will take you along for some of our adventures and show you some of our sites.
Yep.
Here's the ruins of Ashford Mills, and you can see this is what it used to look like. And so there's not much left of the processing area here, and you know, kind of wonder if the people who got the most rich were the people that basically sold the stuff to prospectors that were hoping to get rich. The Ashford brothers that built this huge thing, they sold this place for $50,000, which back in those days, that's a lot of money. Well over $500,000 these days. And then the next guy who bought it from them sold it for $105,000. So people are getting rich off of people greed and desire for fortunes. It's pretty crazy. Not much left of this guy here. Oh, hello.
Hello.
What'd you find back here?
Found a little path that goes that way. That might go to more ruins.
Warning, rocks falling.
Right.
Look at that huge rock.
Oh my goodness, that thing is massive. A little unsecured, baby. Ooh.
That looks like a little bit of a big rock there.
It's big.
It's pretty neat. It's like a mud slot canyon.
Yeah.
Oh, you got a big step up there.
That little climbing.
The canyon's getting smaller and smaller.
It is.
Look at that. Tiny canyon. And more steps and ledges and stuff to hit your head on.
Yeah.
So we completed one of the canyon explorations. What do you think of the canyon? Was it worthwhile?
I thought the walk up here was a little long and it was in the direct sun, but I think the slot area of the canyon was a lot of fun to explore. It's a lot of fun because it's more of the bouldering and going up and around things. So
would you do it again?
Yes.
All right, let's go. We are at the Badwater Basin.
Yay! On the salt flats.
It's a very tourist attraction.
It is. It's the most people we've seen in the entire park.
And it's really flat, so a lot of people walk out here. I'm not really sure why everybody walks out this far, but since everybody else is,
we're gonna
so
explore it and see.
This is the lowest spot in the Western Hemisphere. 282 feet under sea level. It's crazy. The water, or the ground here, is just salt, basically, and it's kind of
squishy.
Yeah, squishy, a little bit wet. I guess it probably gets a lot of wet at different times of the year, but pretty cool, really pretty. Check it out.
Yeah. I think it's pretty. It's a bit hot in the direct sun, but it's got like a white runway. It's kind of cool.
We are hiking to the natural bridge, which we passed, but the trail kept going, so Faith wanted to keep going.
You have to find out what's at the end. You can't just stop.
Okay, so past that is a dry waterfall, and we just went up the first section. This is the second section. Go ahead, let's rock climb this
So when
thing.
it rains, water comes down this.
Rock climbing.
It's awesome.
Walk low bridge.
It's not that low.
Oh, look, you clear.
For you, not for me.
Hey, that's not fair. Just tuck your elbows in.
I feel like I'm gonna hurt myself because it gets so wide.
Yeah. This is the natural bridge.
We found it.
It was awesome. But then we went way further to check out the cool waterfall.
And that was fun too.
But look how cool it is. It's kind of a muddy, rocky water, like, bridge thing.
Yeah, it's cool.
Kind of fun. Are you getting all the hiking you ever wanted in?
I love hiking. It's just a different style.
I love hiking so much.
I do.
This is the Devil's Golf Course, which is really cool.
It's very different.
It's a little bit similar to the Badwater Basin with its salt crystals. So all of these huge mounds out here that look like they would be somewhat pliable are concrete hard.
Yup.
I mean, like razor concrete hard. So super like rough, and if you fell on it,
Stone-like.
yeah, it's like a stone, but very sharp. It's crazy. I love the name. It's kind of ironic. Devil's Golf Course. The furthest from green and furthest from smooth. So this is kind of a cool little spot just to pull off the road here.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
Faith is driving the Artist Palette Loop. What do you think about this beautiful scenery?
It's really pretty. I mean, we just started, and so far so good. Apparently no RVs are allowed on this loop, and it's one way, so you don't have to deal with oncoming traffic.
So you have to, it has to be less than 25 foot vehicle length to drive on this one-way paved road as you look at the pretty hills here as we drive through the end of the Artist Palette Road, and it is a roller coaster.
It's very windy and fun.
Very tight corners.
Yeah, it's really neat.
Woo!
There's several pull-offs throughout it with beautiful views, and as you can see, we're coming down back into the bottom. It's really, really pretty. This is the Ubehebe Crater here at Death Valley. That's very, very beautiful. The crater was created by molten lava that heated up and created a hot pocket until it exploded. It's quite beautiful from here. There's a little trail around the outside edge that you could walk if you'd like to. We're gonna go ahead and walk over to the little Ubehebe Crater here in just a second.
Hey, what is this, babe?
This is the Teakettle Junction.
What? Look at all these tea kettles. They're everywhere.
There's so many.
It's so weird. So this is the split off that way to the racetrack.
Seems like there's more tea kettles than...
Where people are riding on these things. I think people are riding on them.
Oh, okay. It's just, there's so many of them that say 25.
Welcome to the racetrack. This is where rocks race. Well, so far it seems all of the marks in the playa are from cars. Apparently people came out and violated the no driving sticker, and we're driving around out here. So how many racing rocks have you found?
None so far.
Where'd they all go?
I'm skeptical of this racing rock thing. I think it might be made up. Just so you can't find a thing.
Oh boy. Well, we're gonna search some more. Seems a lot of these have been manipulated, but
true.
We're looking for an authentic moving rock. Have we found a moving rock? Look at this track. A racing rock. Look at that. Perfect track. I think that one might actually be a legitimate moving rock. Look at that. Right up to it. I think we found another racing rock. Look at that. It left a track. Look at this one.
I know, this is a legit track.
Look at this track. Goes all the way down here. What did you thought the racing rocks were a real thing, huh?
I did not think the racing rocks were a real thing. I thought it was a bunch of hoopla
to
get attention. But it does actually appear that it is a real thing. And it's something to do with when it freezes, the ice moves the rock across the area, and then
something to do with the elevation too. Yeah. But there's all the rocks we have seen that have moved are at the far end of the playa, furthest from the grandstand. So if you're out here and you want to find some, there's some pretty nice tracks out here.
There are.
And they're pretty legit because it seems that they match the bottom side of the rock in the shape and
there's no footprints around them.
There's no footprints.
So I think it might be a legit thing.
Racing rocks for the win. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is pretty interesting.
Look how great.
It actually did a lot better than I was expecting.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
This is Titus Canyon Road. The park description for this road is a high clearance due to steep grades, deep gravel, and ruts. It's often closed due to flood damage and mud after storms. RVs, campers, and trailers are not recommended, and it is one of the most popular backcountry roads in the park and runs one way east to west. Winding through the Grapevine Mountains, the road passes a ghost town, petroglyphs at Clare Spring, and finishes through the spectacular Canyon Narrows. The entrance to Titus Canyon is found on the road leading from Beatty, Nevada on the 374 highway. This road is a well-graded, gravel, straight section of road that is easy for any vehicle. Woohoo!
Yeah.
Titus Canyon. Well-graded gravel roads with lots of twisties. As you proceed up Titus Canyon, you'll notice the road begins to narrow and becomes winding. It's still well graded, but you'll appreciate a higher clearance vehicle on this section of road. It begins to climb as you head up Red Pass, which leads over 5,280 foot in elevation. On our trek, we actually encountered snow, but the views are incredible. But along with the views are some really steep drop-offs, which will keep you paying attention as you drive down the road. Back down to the bottom.
Wow, all that climbing didn't last long. On our Titusville Road, they have Leadfield, this small town that survived, about a year because of speculation of fraud. It was originally started to be a mining town, and a lot of money was put into building and getting people up here, and then within a year the town folded. I think they probably figured out there wasn't a whole lot of prospect. So this is what's left of the little town up here. Just a few structures.
People never change. These people are so greedy, trying to make so much money. Their stock price for this town went from a dime to $3.30, and the whole town lasted less than a year because the mining costs of taking all the mining material down to get processed was too far. How could nobody think of that? So it cost too much money to do it. And so it all just went away. But they even had a post office. That's crazy.
Last year.
Yeah. It's a really pretty view, so I guess
yes, it's gorgeous.
You gotta enjoy that. All their money went away.
Yeah. Looks like we found the mine shaft.
It's the mine. It's all blocked off.
The park has totally blocked it off, though. More so than any of the rest of them.
Look at that. It's got a... They put a tube onto the inside. Probably keep it from falling down.
That's interesting.
Wow, look at how framed up this whole thing is inside. That was a really...
This one was actually pretty well done compared to the rest of them.
Yeah.
Probably why the park doesn't want you in there.
You could actually walk in there. It was all framed out. It's true.
It's because we got the wide open spaces, then we got the tight cliff sides.
Yeah.
And now it's like slot canyons. Kind of.
A wide slot. It is pretty amazing that it's just wide enough to put a road through, you know, because they didn't blow any of this up. It doesn't appear anyways.
I definitely think they did some work to this.
But it's pretty crazy. They're almost vertical on either side. And here you have a road zigzagging through it all.
Because it does appear that they did some cutout on the side a little bit. Not all of it, though. That does.
That's super cool. It's amazing. Look how, that's like 100 feet up.
It is.
Vertical. And you have like this perfect little channel through it. That's crazy. What in the world? That is the coolest thing. Okay, this is definitely fun. I thought it was just that top section. I was thinking, that's kind of whatever. This is actually a pretty legitimate long canyon carving thing.
This is a huge canyon carving.
Thanks for watching our Death Valley adventure. What do you think was your favorite part of our adventure?
I think it was probably Chloride Cliffs. It was just really beautiful there. There weren't a lot of people, and there was a lot to explore and see.
Yeah, so that was on our previous video, so you get a chance, check that out. But otherwise, I think for the sites we saw in this video, I would say Titus Canyon.
Oh yes, Titus Canyon was beautiful. The drive was really pretty.
It's just epic. There's good reason why it's really popular with people. And you might run into some traffic as you drive through, but it's still worth it. It's a really cool spot. So thanks for watching. We will be sharing our off-road overland journey through Oregon next. So stay tuned on that. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll catch you on the next video. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.